How y'all doing this morning? It is a little bit after 6 a.m. in the morning. I was up meditating on the Lord, and I know you guys was waiting for me to post a part 2 of the previous video I talked about just waiting to get married, don't rush into things, and being single, and and that it's okay to take care of yourself before you jump into a relationship. And I know you guys been waiting for me to talk more about it, but I really just didn't want to just go and start, just talking. I really wanted to be led by God when it was the right time just to speak on this again. And just thinking about the Lord and meditating on my life and where I'm at right now. I feel like the only way you could really be truly happy, being alone, the only way to be truly happy being alone, you have to really just be able to put your focus. I feel like you really have to put your focus on what God has for you right now in this season. And you probably saying right now, okay, Michael, but I don't know what God has for me right now in this season. How can I focus on that if I don't know? Well, get to know what God wants from you. And obviously, it's not being married, because if He was, you will be seeking to pursue someone right now. But since you're not, focus on what is your purpose is for right now in this season. Shift your focus. And I feel like if you could shift your focus, you won't feel so lonely, you won't feel so depressed, you won't feel so upset because you see everybody else in a relationship and you're not in one. Shift your focus. Don't focus on what other people are doing. Focus on what God wants from you in this season. And I feel like that's what's going to help us as young people to be okay. And if it's being single right now and that's what God wants for you right now, you have to be able to live with that. Look, I make 27 in August. I make 27 in 3 months. A lot of people say, oh my God, Michael, you're not getting no younger. Of course, none of us is getting no younger. Michael, when I was your age, I already had 2 kids. Good for you. But what if that's not what God wants from me? What if I'm not in the right mindset to have children right now? Or I'm not mature enough to have children right now? Ask God, what do you want from me? What are you trying to teach me right now? And I feel like if we could shift our focus on the things that God wants from us, or want for us in this season, we won't be so worried about getting married, or we won't be so worried about how everybody else is doing this and everybody else is doing that. Man, shift your focus. Start learning what God needs from you. And I feel like people rush into things, and I feel like, they get mad because it don't work out. Well, it didn't work out because you don't. One thing, and this is what I really hear right now, don't settle for less. Don't get into a relationship because you feel hopeless and you feel like, man, it's hard now these days to find someone. So I'm just going to get into this relationship because this person wants me. So because this person wants me, I'm going to get into this relationship. Don't do that. First of all, if God didn't tell you that was for you, and if y'all not trying to get married, there should be no reason why you guys should be even trying to talk. You should be talking to get married, not talking to date. You know what I'm saying? You have to shift your focus. You have to shift your focus. Don't try to pursue me if you don't want to marry me. Don't try to pursue me if you don't want to put a ring on my finger. I'm telling you, bro, as soon as you settle for less, as soon as you settle for something that God don't want for you, you're gonna go into that relationship already with problems. If you can't appreciate the fact that you are alone, and if you can't be happy with being by yourself, I said this in my last video, don't get into a relationship. You have to enjoy being single. I enjoy it, and I enjoy it to the point where if I do get into a relationship, I'm going to be okay when there's times when I'm alone. So if you're not okay when there's time when you're alone, you can't really enjoy the other person. You can't really enjoy, what this other person got to offer, because you bring all your toxic traits to this relationship. And God's trying to heal you from old wounds. God is trying to heal you from old. And if Like, some of us been through some things. Some of us been through some serious trauma. Like if you've been through cheating, that stuff hurt. If somebody cheated on you, that hurt. Like, if you've been married and somebody and your spouse cheated on you, you know, that hurts. That really, like, scar you for life. But if you have Christ on inside of you, the only way you could get through something like that is through prayer and fasting. Like, seriously, prayer and fasting. If you've been through a divorce because of adultery, the only way you could get through that is through prayer and fasting. So, and then a lot of people jump into another relationship right after that because they're trying to find something or someone to console them, but that's not the way. You have to first heal from all that. You have to heal from all that hurt before you bring all that to somebody else. Shift your focus, man. Shift your focus. Ask God, what do you want from me? So that's all I came on here to, like, just share with you guys, just to shift your focus. Focus on what God wants for you in this season. Don't think about marriage. Don't think about family. Don't think about having... I mean, it's nice to think about it, but when you obsess over that thing, it becomes depressing. And then that's what makes you feel lonely. It's okay to, like, admire, like, man, I would like to have that one day. Pray and ask God to bless you. But don't meditate. Don't let that be your meditation daily. Don't let that be your obsession, because it's going to become a hindrance to what God is trying to do for you in this season. Shift your focus. Ask God, what do He want from you? I love you guys. Be blessed.